What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is Count Von Count. His partners today in the teal color, sky blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Abysme. And finally, in the green color, playing as Hades. His name is... And finally, in the yellow color, playing as Kronos, his name is Miracle. Together they make the team JSS 2K for Jesus. Their opponents today in the red color, playing as Loki, his name is Squash. In the purple color, playing as Ra, his name is Goldline. And finally, rounding the team out in the green color, playing as Hades, his name is F2 Player. And together they make the team F2, obviously. This is game number 3 of this best of 5 for the losers semifinals of the clan tournament, Phoenix Reborn. It's been a really, really fun tournament thus far. This is game point here for F2. Will it be a sweep, or will JSS be able to get some wins here on this one? If you guys are a bit unaware of what the map is here, the map is competitive, mega, random. And we see, personally, I love this spawn. This is just a stock standard spawn here. You get some cliffs, you get some water, you get food everywhere. It's relatively high hunt here. You get water buffalo, you get elephant. It's just a fantastic map to play on. A great feeling playing on these types of maps here, and we'll see how these players are going to be able to manage here with this sort of start. We do see that we've got ourselves a Ra with a Loki. What does this mean? Well, this means that Loki can normally function on the lower hunt maps that are possible on competitive mega random, because the Ra player will not go for hunt. So we'll see if that's going to be a thing or not. But not sure exactly how it's all gonna eventuate. But I mean, there's plenty of hunt here, so I feel like Goldline could get away with hunting it, and it's gonna be all good. As we do see the water buffalo over here doing its thing. Relic has been found. Ring of Nibelung. There's going to be relics all over the map here. The Bow of Artemis here, plus 15% Archer. Wood, gold, gather rate over here. Oh, sorry. Reduction in cost there, I should say. The Tower of Cestus over here is the 30% extra pierced damage. And we also see another relic at the top of the map here with the Mythical Horseshoes. That's a beautiful relic there for our Kronos player or our Zeus player to be picking up if they want to be going for that. So we'll see how things are going to eventuate. This to me does look like a really, really good hoplite raiding map. If Kronos plus Zeus go for a huge double onto the Loki, there's a world in which Squash just straight dies here. But everyone's going to be a little bit timid, I would say, playing on competitive mega random, because you don't really know what you're in for at the start. You have to make the plan up in the game, which is really, really tough to do here. And we're actually seeing what looks to be Nullus saying, I'm just going to go for a fast second town center, which, as I see it, having the omniscient perspective that I have as the observer, a very strong rush here onto Loki would be really, really strong. As we see the walls coming up over here, we see Miracle going up through through Prometheus here, really, really late, a 5:15 advance time, and the game is going to be continuing along here. I imagine we're just going to see a fast second town center from our Hades player here, but we'll see how things are going to go, because he's against Loki, so Loki can do a lot of shenanigans here against the 2-town center Hades, and there's no ceasefire or there's no defense against that, really, especially with all the hunt here. So essentially, this is all going to come down to if Count Von Count's going to be able to execute against the Hades or not. I mean, alternatively, you could just go for the triple here against player. As player, I mean, I would have assumed he would have gone for a town center here. He's sending a couple of villagers over there. as the Herser moving in over onto this position. They do see the Minotaur here turn around, take that a couple of whacks there as the Herser make their way straight over here, spot the couple of villagers that are here, drop the spy, and then they're simply just going to be retreating back as player here. He's going to be a little bit tough to push in onto right now. Chiron and Ajax in here at this point here as we see the Minotaur is going to get taken down. Nice play there by Count Von Count. One more hit there and it does go down. It's got himself 3 HP remaining. We see the Herser getting some nice micro here, attacking that Ajax beautifully here as they have to retreat back. We see the villagers now moving up onto the town center over here. The units now pushing through for Nullus. He gets himself this town center over here as we do see a bolt getting dropped there onto that Chiron as Count Von Count starting to move up here. Will he be able to deny this town center? 10 villagers on the town center for the time being here as the Herser are going to start attacking this one to keep it down here as the units are a long way away for Nullus. They're going to have to be here for quite some time as the villagers do decide to turn around. Nice micro from Count Von Count, keeping this Herser alive, turning around, picking this one off. Nice finish there of the town center as both the heroes have been taken down. No villagers have fallen. The town center is up for player. Player's going to be happy about that one there as Squash is now pushing in onto the Kronos player's base here. Kronos of Miracle might want to consider making Kara Ballista here, to be honest, as the Herser can simply just be kind of chased around by the enemy Loki here as well as the hoplites. So you don't need to be thinking you have to chase the Loki around. You just need to defend yourself to some degree here. And if they does leave, then just make a big push or something like that. As we do see Gold Lion here chucking his rain down. He is going up to the next age very, very shortly. He does leave all of this hunt here, and that's going to be really useful there for Squash in the near future here. As we do see, look at this Promethean coming in with a cheeky attack over there, comes in, hits that one. That Oxguard is very, very low HP as well. What I would love to see is like a cheeky military academy time shift back here or something to make some Murmillo to attack this location, because he did build 2 of these and he doesn't need 2 to produce at this point, so you could just cancel 1 and then time shift up over here and hit this location. Alternatively, he could be telling Count Von Count or Nullus to get over onto this location as Hall of Thanes is just about to come through. Now, these players need to be very, very sneaky here with where they attack. As you can see, this is exactly what Miracle is doing, but Count Von Count is going to be giving it away over here as he walks straight, or he runs straight in onto this location. We see the dwarves getting pulled back over here. We see the villagers already retreating. Oh, that would have been beautiful there by JSS, but Count Von Count blunders that raid, trying to get in onto this one. Sees the town center going up, going to be able to prevent that one there as the Herser come through, and we'll see how things are going to continue as Squash pushing in now. He's going to be finding Count Von Count's villagers, actually, as both Loki players have got the same idea moving forward. Will they spot them though or not is the big question. Looks like they're just outside of line of sight there as these Herser. Jimmy Goldshoe going to be looking to take some villagers down in the main base of Count Von Count. He does spot those villagers there. He's going to be swinging around. We see this Herser going to be checking out elsewhere as the Herser over here need to come over and help defend this one. Count Von Count not paying attention over here. This villager going to be getting picked off as we do see the villagers retreating back to the main base. These guys have to help out as well as the gold mine has been denied for the time being. Squash has probably got plenty of gold though, considering that's just how things go. As we do see this watchtowers is coming through. The villagers on this location have been neglected for just a little bit, as that's going to be getting taken down very, very shortly here. As we do see the Hippocon are in now for Nullus, as he's going to be searching for some raids over here, potentially attacking the green player. As we see one Herser does get taken down as Squash has to retreat out of this location, looking for something else to do. As we see Count Von Count swinging through here with his units, looking for something to take out. And to me, Squash, he needs to get back onto the hunt, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's moving forward onto this water buffalo in the front of the base. We see the Terma retreating back here as well, as the water buffalo is going to get shot down here. And we'll see how things are going to continue as the villagers happily getting the elephant over here. Nice defense there. Thanks for the prime there, Chimney Pot. Appreciate you, my friend, as Squash pulls back to his home base. But the thing is here, the Gold Lion hasn't been touched yet. And to be honest, neither has player. And they've both been 2 town centers. Barely has Squash been touched here. So F2 is in a fantastic position moving forward here with the with the cavalry coming through. And we'll see what Nullus is going to be able to do here. Technically, a Zeus should be able to deal with a Ra if they play it correctly, but it can be super, super hard on a high hunt map, that is. If it's a low hunt map, the Ra player is just going to kick it out of the building here as the Gold Lion, not the Gold Lion, the Gold Lion Pachusukos there having to get picked up into the rock there with the Hersa pushing in onto this position, getting some good damage done over here. Meanwhile, we do see the Kronos units pushing in over here as the villagers being a little bit idle here as Miracle is going to get chased down very, very quickly here. Unlike Oranos, these Murmillo do only move at 4.5 speed here, and Miracle has made an incredibly big mistake here as he is retreating away, but he's in a world of pain moving forward here as more units pushing in onto this location here as player now coming over here with the slow hoplites to help out. Lots of damage getting done as we do see that the Pharaoh does get taken down here. Gold Lion in a bit of a problem spot here as he's retreating away, losing a lot of villages. We see the Ursa retreating away here as the Iron Heart does get taken down. Thank you for the prime there, SV Merle. Appreciate you, my friend. Meanwhile, over here we do see that the Murmillo have decided to turn around here. These Terma are effectively useless in on this fight. We don't see any copper mail here through for Miracle, but the fight here may be a good fight for Miracle to take as he is seemingly winning on this location as the hero Murmillo are enough here to take down the remaining myth units and the Herso here as Squash. He is going to be falling behind here as Miracle is playing out of his mind in this game. The Herso retreating back, and look, the thing is here, Nullus, he doesn't need to win this against the Ra. He just needs to not fall too far behind, get into a position that he can utilize Underworld and be in a good position here. Player, on the other hand here, he needs to do something against this Loki as Count on Count is now in the heroic age. He's got himself a market coming down. He's going to want to hit the earliest of Thimblewinters he possibly can here as we see the units trying to sneak in onto this location over here. He's getting caught out yet again, but we do see this wall gets broken down, and that's going to be a push in onto these villages that are happily hunting over here, and we will be seeing that Squash decides to retreat back to his home base. He doesn't have any herdables left. He's got some chicken in his base. He's got some back hunt over here as well, and this Oracle is still sitting idly by over here. I would love to see some cheeky barracks getting dropped or something, some time shifting shenanigans as the ceasefire comes through. And look at this here for Count von Count. Tier coming through, and let's see how much favor he's got. 57 favor. So he is building Battle Ball though, so he could cancel the Battle Ball and make Fenris Wolves moving forward here and get the Fenris Wolves raids coming in and get huge amounts of damage moving forward. So we'll see if that's something that he wants to try here or not. And we'll see how things are going to be eventuating as Squash is using this time now to look to hit some sort of raid somewhere with his Herso. He needs to get some value here. The thing is that it takes Kronos just that little bit longer to actually kill off an opponent than any other kind of classical age civilizations or the vanilla civilizations, because he needs to get to the heroic age. He needs to make a bunch of destroyer out before he can actually start battering down buildings. And while the Hersa are away here, we do see a cheeky longhouse getting dropped down there to be distracting a little bit, and we will be seeing the dwarves getting pulled back as the Hersa coming through here. Nullus does have himself an Odysseus over here as the dwarves pull all the way into the main base here. 90% of the way through this Thimblewinter is. Meanwhile, on this position, we see all of the units swinging in onto this location. Chaos gets dropped down onto here as well. Thimblewinter going to be hitting onto this location. Do we see any sort of Thimblewinter spawn here? Unfortunately, it seems like we don't see it here, even though it was clicked on this location. Sometimes you just wish one spawn would come where you clicked, but this is going to be huge amounts of damage over here onto Gold Lion, huge amounts of damage onto player over here as well, and Squash is in a world of hurt moving forward. We do see player going up through Artemis though. Helios on the way here for Miracle as the army is doing its best to fight in on this position. We see a town center coming up here for Miracle as well, as this timing here that Nullus and Miracle and Count von Count were trying to hit just didn't get that extra oomph from the Thimblewinter there as the hoplite's starting to push through. Count von Count doesn't have a whole lot back in here as he's getting distracted by Ulf Lightstorm and his brethren of Squash here. And we'll see if he's going to be able to come over here and defend. There is going to be a big earthquake coming his way. Is there a restoration? No, there isn't. So earthquake is going to effectively kill off a location here coming forward, and Count von Count is going to be in for a world of hurt coming forward. But Hippocons moving in. There's the obvious earthquake onto this location. I don't think Count on Count's going to care that much because he does already have the Mythic Age. So as long as he holds this one, he should be fine here. As we see a big Locust getting dropped onto this location. Count on Count doesn't lose any villagers there. Just the one, essentially just losing one villager. He's going to be retreating away from that location. The Herso coming back over here. We do see the handful of Herso standing at attention here to block the Squash Herso from coming in as he does start attacking. Those beautiful play there from Squash. As we see this town center coming up here for player, and the flaming weapons is getting dropped there by Squash onto this location over here. As we see the Fnatic coming out here, Hero Fnatic onto this location, player dropping Restoration over here to help hold this location here, and Count on Count dropping his own flaming weapons here to clean up the remainder of these units here. Nice play here from Count on Count to hold on. He's getting himself his town center back, but he has been let down. A flaming weapons here moving forward. The question is going to be, can Miracle hold here or not? And I think the answer is yes. And then he's going to have an incredibly strong Vortex coming here. He's got himself a Fire Siphon. He's got himself more Fire Siphon coming, more infantry coming out. So he's going to be able to Vortex literally anywhere on the map. As we do see the Heavy Murmilla getting chased back ever so slightly as Squash getting this town center up. But this one can go down incredibly quickly here coming forward, as Squash is very much on the back side here, as player is going to attempt to break down this market over here. As we see the Vortex, the first of many Vortexes coming in onto this position here, and we'll see, will he be able to take this location down or not here? We've got 3 Hecagigantes, but there is a Pharaoh already over here, so you need to kill that Pharaoh off very, very fast here. As that basically it picks off the Hecagigantes near instantly here. But the town center itself will be falling. Nice play here from Miracle. Decides to go after the Ra here with that first Vortex. He's going to have to pick somewhere else going forward. I'd love to see him go after this hometown center of Squash's. Fortified town centers isn't in just yet, so it's going to go down very, very fast. But while this is going on, player is very big here moving forward. Count von Count has to pull back. He needs to start thinking about making units not named Herso moving forward, because there are Hypaspis out here. He needs like throwing axemen. He needs like raiding cavalry and things like that, but he is going to be sitting one town center moving forward in this game, as the town center is immediately going to be going back up. And maybe, just maybe, this attack here from Miracle was the wrong way forward here, as you simply just don't, you can't keep the Ra town center down. Pharaoh plus villages, that town center is back up in a jiffy here. As player, he's got his forward here over now, and he's pushing in. He's going to be able to take this town center. Got 4 town centers here in this game, as F2 takes a slight lead in the score moving on in this game, as effectively Count von Count needs some assistance moving forward. He's going to be making some Jarl here out of this location. Hephaestus coming through here for Nullus here. There is an Underworld for both of these players coming in, as we do see the Vortex coming in onto this position there with the Shifting Sands, but that's not going to be enough here. There's 3 Patsukos, but that immediately gets chaosed here as one of those turns around, and the units are just going to start leaving this location. The big important units here, as the the Arcus going after everything else to just delay this one here, and we'll see if Squash can hold this one or not, as he sends some units already over here to start attacking here. As they actually just high-five each other as they're moving in. Squash is very, very far behind in this game, and this town center falling is going to be a big deal. I'd love to see this town center getting grabbed over here, as we do see some cheeky raids coming in onto this location here, as Miracle doesn't want any of that. But this is where the true story is being told in this game, is player is gigantic here. Even if Miracle is also big, player is gigantic, and a big Hades is bigger than a big Kronos here a lot of the times, as the Hill Fort is trying to get up on this location here. We see the villagers finally retreating away, as the town center seemingly does get saved here, sitting at 900 HP. We see another Fire Siphon rolling in onto the front over here, as Squash not paying attention just yet. The villagers retreating over on this location here, as now he's coming through one Fnatic. Probably not going to be enough to help keep this Fire Siphon alive here, as this push from Miracle is just being that little bit too slow here. Count on Count trying to hold his best here, trying to throw uphill forts left, right, and center. He needs help from Nullus, but Nullus is relatively equal here with Goldline, and Goldline's going to be putting all of the pressure onto Nullus moving forward here in this game. Squash has also got random battle ball all over the place, causing problems for Nullus through and through here. It gets mountain giant spawns, getting random spawns here, left, right, and center. The town center getting awfully close to falling here. 300 HP remaining as these champion Murmillo starting to bash in onto this location here. We see another palace coming up, maybe towers here. Wouldn't go astray. Maybe some more time shift shenanigans. He's got a whole bunch of idle military over here that he needs in this fight here. We'll see if those are going to move anytime soon, as we do see a watchtower getting dropped in onto this location over here, as the town center is going to get dropped, which that's a really smart play there from Miracle, as he's probably got a ton of resources coming forward. Horus on the way, though, for Goldline is going to be a very scary sight for this town center here, because, I mean, it's got fortified town centers, but it's already half HP. We see Hell coming through now for Squash. Squash doesn't care about the Fimbulwinter on this map, as we do see the Vortex coming in, and that's going to be preventing any sort of Mythic Age desire here coming forward. We see the Dwarves coming in, going to be able to take out that watchtower there, moving in as the town center here. There is no way that this stays alive, right? The Fire Siphon, too strong. This Hecagigantes trying to swing around here, but the path blocking here has been really, really nice thus far. The actual Battle Ball is killing off this Fire Siphon beautifully, and it seems to me that it looks like the town center has survived here for the moment, as the town center over here does end up getting taken down with the help of 3 siege towers and the tornado. Miracle still trying to break through here, but somehow, some way, Squash is holding here beautifully with one town center. It's 3 town center Chronos. The Chronos has been throwing vortex after vortex in onto this location, and Hell is going to pop, which means fire giants are on the way to hold for Squash. He doesn't need these battle balls anymore. 95% of the way through, and Miracle simply just can't take the town center down here at all. There's the Mythic Age through for Squash. Squash is going to have himself the Fire Giant. He's going to be able to have himself the Nidhogg. He's dropping the Nidhogg over onto this location. The Battle Ball raids coming through everywhere here for Squash. He's somehow, some way making it work here in this game. Count on Count has held over here, as they're pushing player back ever so slightly. There's 4 Ballista here to take down this town center. Moving forward here, as we do see an Underworld passage get dropped. Where is he going with that Underworld passage? Honestly, no idea. I see no green anywhere. Is it over here? No. Green. Where's the big blob of green, guys? I don't know. I honestly, I don't know where he put it. There's no green here. Well, I don't know. It's fine. As JSS decides that the game is lost, and I still don't know where. Oh, we put it back here. Okay, he's put it in his base to defend it. Oh dear. Okay, he's defended everything over here. He's cleaned off whatever was in here, and that's the game. That's the series. I mean, JSS's strategy here was clearly superior. They just got a little bit unlucky. I mean, if they had a wolf spawn over on this town center, I honestly think this push would have worked. This town center would have folded, and Squash would have been eliminated from the game. But sometimes, you know, Fimbulwinter just doesn't behave how you want it to behave. It is relatively random. If you take a quick look at exactly, I mean, I'll see if I can get it up. If you take a quick look at the post game here, and you take a look at Fimbulwinter, I can't click on it there. How else could I see? No, I can't even click here. I could click here. I could click here. No, I give up. But point is that Fimbulwinter is just a little bit random, and you can't really rely on it hitting a main town center, even though it should. An incredibly fun game here and a fun series. Even though it was a sweep, it was really close for the whole way. Everyone playing out of their minds here in this game. All resource total will tell a little bit of a story about how far ahead JSS was, but they just couldn't manage to make it work. They couldn't convert here in this series. Count on Count sitting at well, not Count on Count, but Count on Count's team here sitting a solid 10,000 resources ish in front of F2. But I feel like Miracle here Had he just put all of his effort into vortexing and taking out the Loki in this position instead of going after with the first vortex on the Ra, he actually would have finished Squash off here. And then he could have started double teaming the Ra and helping relieve some pressure over here. But it just didn't happen. I mean, he just wanted to hit the Ra a little bit to give a little bit of respite for the Zeus, but it just didn't work. Anyways, that's the series. That's the thing. F2 goes through. JSS are out. They get 4th place. Congratulations to them for their solid run here. But F2's run is still alive. They can still win the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed watching this series and enjoyed watching this tournament, want to see more tournaments like this, your support is really, really appreciated. Consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.